We are on the prowl, navigating Delhi by foot in order to make our way to the metro. We're gonna try to figure out how to navigate the metro system here in Delhi so that we can explore some cool sights. Here's hoping we don't get too lost.
From the Leela Palace, the closest train station was Bikaji Kama Place. It was only like a 15-minute walk to get to the station, so it was very close and easy to navigate. We paid for our train tokens at a kiosk and then waited for our train to arrive. In order to get to our first stop, it required transferring trains, but that was really simple as well. We made sure to know what our necessary transfers and stops were ahead of time, but we did have some locals approach us who told us about the Delhi Metro app, and that just made things even easier. The metro system here seemed very robust. I was quite impressed at how quickly we picked up on travel around this city. The signage in the Delhi metro system was very helpful to us. Everything is written in both Hindi and English, so we never felt confused or lost at any point. Although, to be fair, we do have train experience having lived in the Chicago area most of our lives, so that was also a big help, I'm sure.
Let's travel the world. Let's travel the world. We got today, don't wait for tomorrow. You pick the place, let's go. We got today, don't wait for tomorrow.
Before we knew it, we were at our desired stop, and then it was just a short walk to our first destination.
Don't wait for tomorrow. You pick the place, let's go. Let's travel the world.
Well, we have successfully made it to our first location. Woo! This is the Lodi Gardens.
इश्क है तेरा या बेफिक्री है कैसी तेरी लत लगी है इश्क है तेरा या बेफिक्री है कैसी तेरी लत लगी है मैं खो ही जाऊं किसको समझाऊं ऐसा है ये नशा तेरे ही दिल में ढूंढूं मैं खुद को तुझसे ही मैं रवा आँखों में तेरी मैंने देखा है सारा जहां इश्क है तेरा या बेफिक्री है कैसी तेरी लत लगी है इश्क है तेरा या बेफिक्री है कैसी तेरी लत लगी है गुर्बतें मेरी तुझसे ही है रहमतें सारी तुझसे ही है
Here in the Lodi Garden, it seems to be a really great place for locals to come and just relax and unwind with nature. Since this is such a lush garden, it's very different from the typical Delhi city life. So you see a lot of people just relaxing on benches, having picnics. There's a lot of photo shoots going on here. Bridal photo shoots, screaming geese apparently. But yeah, you see a lot of people just coming here and enjoying life. kidding me? This is stunning. This place is so gorgeous. I'm so glad we came here. There is literally so much to explore here, and we also lucked out with the absolute perfect weather. I'm so glad we did this.
Hi.
So we have left Lodi Garden and we are now at Khan Market, one of the biggest, most popular shopping districts in Delhi. There's tons of stores. You can get deals on lots of good things.
Very excited to see what we can buy.
Even though we have no room in our luggage to take anything home. I found Ariel in India.
नहीं करना भरोसा मुझे अब किसी पे जिसे जाना है वो चला जाए जिंदगी से.
It just keeps going and going. You think you see it all, and then you turn a corner and bam, there's 5 new streets. This place is amazing. We've just been taking the metro all day. We've actually been doing a really good job with it. Pretty proud of how well we've figured it out. But we literally get out of the station for India Gate, and it's just hagglers, hagglers, hagglers. But we have this one guy who's literally following us along our path in his rickshaw, trying to get us to let him tour us around.
Every single intersection he pops up and he's like, hey,
It's
you guys
intense.
want to ride with me yet?
We're just gonna walk.
Well, that didn't last long, because we met another local who set us up with a driver, and thus began our rickshaw adventure.
We just jumped in the back of a rickshaw, and we are getting a tour of India Gate. Indian helicopter.
Indian helicopter.
He calls it an India helicopter.
1, 2, 3.
Unfortunately, India Gate was closed at the time for Republic Day, so we weren't able to get up close to it, but our driver did take us around the perimeter to see the front and back sides of it. We were able to hop out and get some pictures and video footage, and then jump back in and continue the drive. Getting driven in a rickshaw really ended up being the best way to experience this. We were able to cover so much ground in so little time. Riding in a rickshaw was an absolutely thrilling experience. I don't know how to describe it. We were really hesitant about them before our trip, mainly from just a road safety perspective, but I kid you not, I felt safer driving in that thing, bumper to bumper, door to door, than I do on residential streets back home. There was just this energy to the roads out there. It looks chaotic, and it definitely is to some extent, but it just works. I don't know. It was such a fascinating experience.
What's your name, sir?
Brian.
Ryan. My name Bulu. Bulu. Welcome to India.
We'll be the place where the ocean meets the sky. We'll soak it up now.
I don't know what India's doing to me, but it's bringing out another side that I didn't know I had. I would never do this in Chicago.
Here, this little girl started violently twirling her pigtails in the middle of the road to try to earn some money. It was quite impressive, although a little unsettling. We then stopped at a wedding shop and fell in love with new wedding outfits. More on that later. We tried to squeeze in one more stop on the way back, but unfortunately it had just closed, so we decided to call it a night and headed back to our hotel.
All right, we just finished our little tour of Delhi with our awesome driver.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
He has been so hospitable to us. We're planning on meeting up with him again next weekend when we do Delhi round 2.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. I love to show you beautiful place. Don't worry about there. The Hamaitun anywhere, no problem.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Yes.
No problem.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. Don't worry. Also, very beautiful place. Don't worry.
So much I don't know. There's one thing I do.
Suitcase down.
I'm glad you're recording that.
Alrighty, well, we are back in our room. It has been a wild day.
I'm so tired.
It has been quite an adventure.
Today was seriously amazing. So before going into this, we tried to do so much research on like what we might experience, coming into Delhi, how to be appropriate with cultural traditions and not trying to offend anybody and just kind of being aware of the culture. And one of the things that we were told a lot about in videos was talking about people that would be, coming up to you and trying to like haggle you and trying to like sell you things or like just take money from you. And good Lord, did that happen a lot. But what I did not expect is the number of children that do it. Mm-hmm. Like, it was insane. No joke, like 4 or 5 year olds that would come up to us at the market and follow us down the street,
For blocks.
for blocks. Like, no clue where their parent was. Just this little, like, 5-year-old child trying to sell us pens. We'd just be like, no, thank you, no, thank you. Trying to be very kind. I think there was probably, like, 3 or 4 little children that came up to us today trying to sell something and, like, following us. Mm-hmm. And thinking
touching
that we
us.
Touching us. Yeah. Like, that was kind of, like, unexpected.
It was intense.
And there was even one little kid that, like, when we were just kind of, like, ignoring her, she started screaming. I mean, I think she was like 3 or 4, but like, yeah, when she did not get what she wanted, she started screaming.
Luckily, we were with our driver when that happened, so he could shoo her off a little bit easier than if it was just us. But
yeah, it was a lot.
It's been interesting. But on the other side, the locals here have been so great. I mean, the generosity that we've experienced so far in India is like unmatched.
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just random people in the streets just, like, walk up and, like, start making conversation with you and, like, just are interested in who you are, what you do, what your life story is. And
start complimenting you.
yeah, so many just random compliments from locals in the street. Our driver, who we ended up connecting with, was so great, and I feel like we got to know him, like, decently well. When he finally dropped us off at the hotel, it was like, okay, like, how much do we owe you? And what did he say? He was like...
He was like, you don't, like, whatever you feel like paying, you don't owe me anything.
So long as you're happy, that makes me happy. And I was like, like, there was no way we're not paying this man. Like, he took us all over the place. And
yeah.
But he didn't expect anything in return.
Yeah.
Like, what? He did take us to a random shop, and oh my gosh. I mean, it was like 3 stores in one. It was a wedding shop, and we ended up trying on some clothes and very unexpectedly bought new outfits for the wedding ceremony. They were just so stunning.
So good.
So incredible. The fabrics, everything. We could not pass it up.
Yeah. They were
amazing.
So kind, so nice.
And so, like, they are sewing custom tailored suits to us by tomorrow, hand delivering them to our hotel, all for like the base price.
Yeah. Which I think is what's amazing is that, coming into India, you hear a lot about people trying to scam you and stuff like that. And I think it is very easy to become very cynical about people and their intentions. And I will admit that I've definitely been that person. Going into the shop and just having like genuine conversations with people. And I mean, they didn't pressure us, but we were the ones that were completely like, I love this. Can I try it on? Like, they didn't even have to push us. Being able to be careful about who you get in a car with, but also being able to be open to conversations and, doing something that maybe you didn't have planned for the day.
Yeah, most of our day was totally not what our plans were, but it was awesome.
It was a great day.
The guy in the wedding shop then took us into the next room where he went on about rugs, showed us probably like 24 different rugs that are like handmade, gave us like a whole history rundown on Indian rugs. You could tell the guy was just so passionate about what he does. And I don't know, it was just so cool.
He was passionate about talking about it, but also very passionate for us to buy them.
But anyways, that pretty much wraps up the day so far. We're just gonna head down for dinner at one of the restaurants here in the hotel and then call it a night. Let's get some food. Oh my gosh, there are so many lovely looking foods. I'm so excited. And they have so many cute little desserts. I'm trying to keep it pretty minimal because we're going to bed in like an hour. Got chocolate brownie, blueberry cheesecake. I actually remember the name of this one. This was called sandesh, and it looks like there's actually edible gold on top of it. I don't usually like the taste of gold, but I'll give it a shot this time. It's very interesting. I can't really pinpoint what it tastes like.
Money, value, worth. Things my dad never gave me.
We are back in the room, and it is time to officially call it a night and an end to this video. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
On the next episode.
Oh my god. It does not even look real. It looks like a painting. I cannot believe I'm looking at this with my own eyes. We ran into our other friends from America.
Nothing compares to this so far.
I look at it and I just get chills. Reunion in India. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.